Hello everyone, this is a new video from GraphQL Microlearning course. Today we will proceed the discussion about schema types and dive deeper into mutation. It is used to add, update or delete data via API. Pay attention that we will proceed working in schema types folder. I will go inside and start a server. Also, I will proceed working in schema file and create a first mutation type. Add hero mutation will require name as a mandatory string. And here comes the first gotcha. There is no way to declare input type union. I can't configure schema to accept only one of two objects, either endurance stats or power stats, as we did it for response type. There is an official RFC where a tag type is proposed for solving this problem, but it's still in progress. So at the moment we will discuss several possible workarounds. First way is to make both input types optional and have validation inside resolver. And here comes the second problem. I can't reuse endurance and power stats object types within input type. So I'll make use of tag template literal and create two shared variables. First will be shared endurance and second will go to shared power. Then I will be able to reuse these variables within a template. So I will just cut the inner properties and paste them into corresponding variable. And the same thing with power stats and paste them. Now I'll import created variables into schema file and use them inside GraphQL template both for object type and input type. Firstly, I will do this procedure for endurance starts, object type, and input type, and then the same procedure for power stats, and copy them to the object type. Now let's make a small refactoring as TypeScript wants to kill himself trying to compile everything together. I will create a template variable and then change the syntax to simple function. TypeScript is okay, but CodeGen failed to create types. Let's stop the server and fix CodeGen configuration. For parsing several files into one schema, I'll add tsNode dependency here. I will restart the server and check that the types are compiled without errors right now. Now it's time to create mutation resolver. Let's define a mutation property and add hero method inside. As a first argument, it accepts parent as always, and as a second mutation arguments name, power, and endurance. As it was discussed before, there should be a validation for either power or endurance inside. Otherwise, it's not evident which object to use. So in case none or both of them are passed, let's throw a validation error with a tip to use only one object inside. Specify either power or endurance. Great. Now let's implement the logic of adding a hero to a heroes array. As we have discussed before, there should be one object available, and I'll assign it to a stats variable. And call addHero method with name, stats, and ID. ID will be auto-generated with the UIDv4 function and return true as a result of the whole operation. Don't forget to import UUIDv4 from UUID package. We have installed it during the previous lesson, so it should be already available and ready to use right now. That's it here. The server doesn't report any errors. Let's check graphical. Pay attention to how variables are passed. Let's try to pass both power and endurance and check that we have received a validation error. Let's remove endurance and leave only power and recheck the result. I will call fetch query to check that Ironman is at his place. Yes, here he is. Now I'll propose you a slightly better way to resolve input union problem. I can advise you to create different mutations, each one for a specific case. And of course, this greatly depends on the business logic, if this solution is affordable or not. Still, I had to show you both options. So I add hero mutation by power and add hero mutation by endurance. And then I'll make some necessary changes. The arguments should differ and the base stats object as well. Also, I'll add additional mutations to the schema. For adding by power, power should be a mandatory field. No endurance object should be available here. Now I will copy paste the line and create a new mutation called add hero by endurance. And in this mutation there should be no power object but endurance object should be present and mandatory. The server reports no errors, so the solution is totally valid. And this is it for today. As usual, we have done a great job. Next time we will proceed with custom color type. Stay tuned.